All right, hi everyone. I just wanted to give you guys a quick 1-month review of the SaluSpa Hollywood. I want to talk about chemical usage, any questions that you guys have had, I'll review them, and also just want to review the settings with you guys as well. So here's a list, or you're looking at a group of the chemicals that I use, including the filters. Talk about each one of these. The scumbug, as I noted in my previous video, this is used to mainly just get the oils out of the water. Really helps with that. Baking soda, you might question why I have baking soda. Well, it's the same thing as pH up. I can use 2 scoops of this and it'll get my pH levels pretty good. That's 2 tablespoons. Hardness increaser, so the hose coming out of my water spigot was soft water, so I needed a hardness increaser, so that's what I'm using here. Enhanced shock, I use about once every 10 days just for water clarity, but I really haven't had any issues with water clarity so far. pH lower in case I need it. Here's the test strips that I use, the J&W testing strips. Here's the chlorinating concentrate that I use, 2 teaspoons after each time we leave the tub. I'll turn the bubbles on, I'll throw the 2 teaspoons in and let it run for just a few minutes. Here's the filters that I use. These are, you can get these off of Amazon or eBay, pretty cheap, about $3 to $4 per filter on average. So these are obviously new, and after about a week to 10 days, your filters can look like this, catching a bunch of hair, getting pretty dirty. Usually I'll just clean it and I'll put it back, depending on what it looks like. But if it looks too bad, then I'll just put in a new filter. Then we have anti-foam here. When you have the bubbles on, sometimes it can get a little bit foamy, so I'll throw in some of that anti-foam to help prevent that. Next, I was going to talk about the settings on this guy. So here's the controls. Anytime you want to use it, you have to hold down on the unlock button here, so then it's ready to go. So here is where you have the heat as well as the water flow filtration buttons. So let me see, the water filter button, I should say. So that's this guy right here is the water filter, and then this one is the heat, so I always have these 2 on. There's a question on how to adjust the temperature. So I set mine at 102 right now. If I wanted it at 104, blinking 104, once it stops blinking, then it would be set for 104. So I'm going to set it back to 102. We like to keep it at around 102. 104, you can get pretty hot pretty quick. Some people have asked me about condensation issues with having this in the basement, and I haven't had any condensation issues at all. Again, here is where you'd run the bubbles. Got the cover on, so I'm not going to run the bubbles. Cover has worked great for keeping the temperature in. There's been some issues where I just need to put in a couple breaths to blow the cover back up, but nothing too bad. Let's see what else here. Here is the cord from the back of the unit. So it runs all the way to here, all the way up to my electrical, which is here. So the length of this cord, I would say, is about 10 to 12 feet. But overall, been really happy with this. The only drops in temperatures that I see is typically when we turn the bubbles on. The bubbles seem to have an effect of dropping the temperature, but if you don't turn on the bubbles, it keeps the temperature, in this case of 102, pretty regularly. Again, it's only affected when you turn on the bubbles that it might drop, and the lowest that it's really going to drop for me is going to be about 100 degrees, so not that big of a difference. Yeah, I think that's it for this video, guys. If there's any other questions, just let me know in the comments, and thanks for watching.